and welcome back to the Cocoa Crafts YouTube channel. And I know it's been just a minute since the last time I did a video, but I've been busy. I turned 40 in March and we traveled for a bit, my partner and myself, so I've been out of the studio, and then I came back and I released a new pattern, which is what I'm going to talk about today. And I've just been dealing with, life stuff and work stuff and, the usual. So yeah, I'm now here just to talk about the new quilt pattern that I released in April, the Broken Circles Quilt. So I will show you the samples and I will talk a little bit about the pattern so that you have a little bit more of an idea of the design and how it works, and the curve piecing and the sizes and everything. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about the design and the 3 sizes available. I have everything written down in case I forget. So you've got the baby wall hanger crib size, then you've got the throw, which is the medium, which could be, I think, nice for sofa, armchair, something like that, and then the twin, which is for a double bed, more or less, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna show you first the baby, which I don't really enjoy that much, that name, to talk about a size. Baby can be then wall hanger as well, so you can hang this on the wall, and then crib as well, which I don't enjoy that much, that way of calling this size, but it's like the small one. So yeah, this is the one that I made using all Kona cotton solids. As you can see, lots of different colors, and the design is basically this block in here, which is made out of 4 units separated by shashing in here, and then shashing running along the center. You will see later on how different the design becomes when changing just which parts of the block you want to highlight. So in this case I wanted to highlight the center sashing running along the center of all the blocks, but then you will see on the other one how it just kind of disappears. So I mean, you can just highlight whichever part of the block you want. Some of my testers highlighted some of these little pieces in here, some of these, so it just looks so different every time you make it. It's just incredible how different the design can be. So yeah, this is the version I did as a sample, and the quilting part I did for the first time like a curvy design. As you can see, I'm really proud of this one. I used my walking foot. It was not free motion quilting. I used my walking foot, and I'm really proud because it was the first time following one of the designs from a couple of books from the same author that I really like. I will leave the mention of the book or the link below. It's called Walk, and then there's another one, Walk 2.0. So it's full of amazing techniques for quilting with your walking foot, and they guide you through all the steps to achieve each of the designs. Some are really difficult, others are easier, I think, like this one. Anyway, I'm really proud of the work I did on this one. So it's all Kona cotton solids, and then in the back I use this Ruby Star Society, of course, which I really love this pink. I'm really into pink lately, so I just want to use pink for everything. And I think it looks really cute. So this is the design. Basically, you repeat the blocks as many times as the size requires, so the bigger, the more blocks. And I think this is good if it's maybe your first time doing curve piecing. On the instructions when you purchase the pattern, you will find like lots of tips and information about curve piecing, how to press, and I think it's very good for beginners, maybe when you're starting making a quilt with curves for the first time. It's maybe a little bit challenging at the beginning because there are many curves, but as soon as you get the hang on the thing, I think it will be super easy, and you get to practice a lot, so that's always good. So yeah, you can see here. Also, there are not that many seams on this pattern, which to be honest, I enjoy on a quilt pattern when there are not that many seams, that many tiny pieces. And also, yeah, I think that the size of the pieces is quite nice. It's not, they're not really huge, but they are not very small. So I think it's like the perfect size. Then I'm gonna show you so you can see how different the pattern looks. The design looks. This is the throw version, and I use all Bella solids, and these were kindly gifted by the Fabric Fox in the UK. It's a beautiful, beautiful quilting shop. They have so many fabrics, and then they also sell the kits for these specific samples, so you can get exactly the same colors, exactly everything to make the same quilt. So they are all Bella solids, and I wanted to do a sort of ombre type of rainbow quilt. So you can see I really love this version. I think it is so pretty. I think it's one of my favorite quilts ever that I've made in general. So yeah, you can see again the block, but this time the center with the sashing and everything is all white, so it feels really different already. And on the instructions and on the blog, I will leave all the links on the description box, you will see how I give you some alternative layouts so you can see how different the quilt can look with prints. There is another version on the blog with all the background in white, so it feels as if the circles, like these parts of the circle, are floating, so that looks really cool. So yeah, you can see here how different it looks as soon as you decide to highlight one part or the other. Imagine that I was highlighting these little pieces in here. These are all pieces in there, so it will look just like a different quilt. So I really like that. And then for the backing, I used for the first time a Tula Pink fabric. I really wanted to do something that it was not like full of colors or super bright, but at the same time, you know, giving something. So the background is like gray, and then you have all the colors that you can actually see on the front of the quilt. So I'm really happy with this version. So now let me check if I've said something else. So yeah, you can get kits from the Fabric Fox in the UK with you know, like to replicate exactly this sample, but the owner Kirsty, she has also curated some kits with prints, which I think are super nice. And there is another shop in Germany, if you're in the European Union, Floyd the Fox. I know it's all about foxes, and lovely Helen, she has also curated some beautiful kits with prints, so you can check that as well. So yeah, I mean, you can just make it your own. You don't need to do exactly like mine. And for example, in my case, I think like 90% of the time I replicate the exact same quilt the designer has done, just because I fell in love with a design and a quilt, and I was like, I just need to do exactly that one, not a different one, that quilt. And that happens to me a lot. So anyway, maybe that will be helpful for you. So also I wanted to mention that of course you can find the pattern on my website and along other quilting patterns. So if you're an absolute beginner, I would recommend going first for the novice stripe quilt, which is a super simple quilt where you will learn all the basics. There is also an online course that I did, and is up on the Udemy website, which is like a teaching platform, and you can just purchase the course and you can just have it forever and just enter and do the course at your own pace. And there I teach you like all the things about quilting when you're starting, tools, fabrics, etc, etc. And then there's another one, the Dewdrop quilt, with it has like really big drops, which is super useful if it's also your first time doing curve piecing, because the curves are so big that it won't be like maybe with this one, which are, you know, smaller, and it can be a little bit more challenging and trickier. With that one, it's like really big drops, so it will be super easy for you. And you can also make a cushion out of the main block, which I've done in YouTube as well. You can search for the video for that tutorial, which is very nice. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about, the new pattern. I'm actually working on another one that I will be releasing maybe during the summer, maybe in autumn, I don't know. depending on live events. So we'll see. And so yeah, and there is another video coming, I think pretty soon. I'm gonna film a couple of videos tomorrow, and it's just which type of crafts I do on my spare time. So it's just me doing the crafts, so there will be like a nice music in the background, and then you will be seeing me just doing my 10-minute crafting every day that I try to do every day. Like if I'm working and suddenly I have a little bit of time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of my knitting, even if it's one row, even if it's just pressing something or cutting or prepping for another day. I just like to spend at least a few minutes every day doing something that I love apart from work, because if not, it would be just my business all the time and teaching, and so yeah, I try to force myself to do that. So that video will be about that, and I think it will be up pretty soon. So yeah, and also for the summer I've planned a few videos as well, because I'm going to be away for a bit, so I might be able to explore new fabric shops, new knitting shops. So I might do like a little video about that, and maybe more about more like crafting stuff that I'm doing during the summer, making a couple of garments and those type of things, and knitting quite a lot actually. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. You will find all the info about the new pattern below, so you can take a look, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.